Thanks to everyone who participated in the discussion board last week regarding escrow. I just wanted to follow up with a few thoughts on that. And the question I asked you was really kind of personal, more so about you and where your strengths and weaknesses might be from your own perspective. Hopefully in chapter 10, you learned a little bit about the escrow process, just a little bit of real life perspective on escrow. It's one of the few areas of industry, of real estate, where it's more of an office structure and you can participate more as an employee, and you don't actually have to have a license to participate in escrow, in an escrow office. So there is an escrow officer who is in charge of that office, who is in charge of the transaction. But there's a lot of work that happens in that transaction, paperwork, filing, a lot of logistics, a lot of people involved in the transaction. So it's one of those areas that you can be involved in the industry, but again, a little bit more like an employee as opposed to a salesperson. As a licensee, as a licensed broker, if you want to move forward in the future, get a broker's license, open your own office, maybe have agents working under you, there are opportunities for you to hold your own escrow as well, which you probably read about in chapter 10. But you have to be involved or be one of the sides of that transaction, not just be involved in the transaction. You have to be representing one of the parties as a broker to hold the escrow for that transaction, which almost sounds a little bit like it doesn't make sense, right? You'd think that you should be a neutral third party, escrow should be a neutral third party, but that other caveat to the law says that you have to be involved in the transaction as a broker to do it. Coming back to the discussion question, I hope you were able to take a little bit of your own understanding of yourself, and I know a lot of you shared maybe areas you might need to grow as far as your organizational skills. I kind of feel like whenever you're working with people, especially in a workplace environment, that any level of study or preparation for yourself in the area of emotional intelligence would be a huge benefit for you. It helps you think about your own actions, your own words, how other people might perceive those actions or words, and then how you might change your words to really communicate to them and for them to receive what you're trying to say. So the idea of emotional intelligence, I think in sales is great. And again, in any type of office environment where you're working closely with other people, which would be in the area of escrow for sure. All right. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of perspective outside of the book and outside of the discussion board on your potential future or working through the escrow process. Thanks.